Okay, this lesson is tutorial for 12.2 homework in Go Math. Let's do one from each section.
We're going to go ahead
so
and
for the first one, it says
one problem from
3
each
feet
section.
equals how many inches? So we're going from a big unit to a smaller unit.
Which
so
one
that
should
means
we
we're
do from
going
the
to
top
multiply.
section?
That's a big thing to
Number
remember.
6. Okay.
So when you're
So
going,
we're
let's
going
write this
from
clue
yards
at the top.
to feet.
When you go from
So
a
we
big
just have to think in our heads,
unit
how many
how many feet are in 1 yard?
Everybody should be writing this.
There are
To a
3.
smaller
So that just means we're going
unit.
to divide this by then you multiply. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay,
We're going
I
to
love
times
how
it by
so
3
many
because
of you are
we're
writing
going
this
from
down.
this big number to
Okay.
a smaller
When you go
unit.
from
a smaller unit.
Oh, you're good.
Okay. To a bigger unit, you are going to what? Do you think?
Divide.
Yeah, you are going to divide. Okay. All right, so this is a good clue for you to write at the top of your paper to help you with this assignment. All right, so let's go ahead and you can see from number 1, it says a big unit to a smaller unit, so that means we're going to, what did we write at the top?
Divide.
We have a big unit right here, and we're going to a smaller unit of inches. That means we're going to multiply. So then you just have to think, well, how many inches are in a foot? 12. So then you just do 12 times 3 equals 36. And that's how we figured out number 1. Let's look at number 6. So we're going from a big unit to a smaller unit. That means we're going to times again. So then we just have to think, okay, well, how many feet are in 1 yard? Think and say. There are 3 feet in 1 yard, so we're going to do 15 times 3. Okay, let's first go up. 5 times 3 is? 15. Good. And regroup the 1, and then we go 3 times 1 is 3, plus the 1 is 4. So 15 yards is 45 feet. All right, let's look at this section below. It says compare using less than, greater than, or equal. So, right here. All right, so which one would you like to do on this?
9.
Number 9. Okay, so we have to see where these compare. So let's go from big to small again. So let's times these, okay? So we have to think, how many inches are in 1 foot?
12.
There are 12, so let's do 12 times 5 equals what? Well, if you can't remember your 12s, let's just multiply this. So let's do 5 times 2 is what? 10. And regroup the 1, and then 5 times 1 is 5, plus the 1 is 6. So then we have 60 inches equals 60 inches, right? So we get to write equals on that one. That was pretty fun, huh? All right, now what section or what problem should we do in the last section, the problem solving section?
Maybe 11.
11, let's do that. Okay, let's do cube as we read. Ready, go. Carla has 2 lengths of ribbon. One ribbon is 2 feet long, the other is 30 inches long. Which length of ribbon is longer? Okay, and explain. So we have 2 feet is what to 30 inches? Okay, so we have to think. Well, let's go from big to small again. So how many inches are in 1 foot?
12.
There are 12, so let's do 12 times 2 is
24.
24. Thank you. I should have everybody saying it. So 24 inches is what to 30 inches?
Less.
It is less than. So we just solved it. So which length of ribbon is longer? 2 feet or 30 inches?
30 inches.
Yes, 30 inches is longer because, because 30 is bigger than 24. Okay, something like that is a great explanation. All right, I'll just go ahead and talk through number 13. It says write a problem that can be solved by comparing feet and inches using a model. Include a solution. So we have to compare feet and inches, use a model, include a solution. And then explain why you are changing from a larger unit to a smaller unit. So there are 4 parts to this problem. You just need to make sure you have all 4 parts. Ready, go. This lesson is 12.3 in Go Math for homework. The title of this is Customary Units of Weight. All right, so very first we're going to write the clues here. So at the very top, I want you to write this. So if you're going from a big unit, everyone should be writing this, to a smaller unit, you will what? We're going to multiply, okay? If you go from a smaller unit to a bigger unit, you will what? Divide. Okay, everyone should write that. If I write it, you write it, because I'm writing it so that you can know how to do it. All right, so the directions say complete. Now for number 1, they're going from a big unit to a smaller unit. So they have to think, okay, how many ounces are in a pound? And what is it? 16. So they think 1 pound is 16 ounces, so 5 pounds or 5 times 16 equals 80 ounces. And that's how they found number 1. Let's pick one more. What's another one you'd like to do in the first section?
Number 3.
We'll do number 2. Okay, actually let's do number 2. So we're going from a big unit of tons to a smaller unit. So we're going to multiply. So I'm going to write a little multiply sign there. And I have to think how many pounds are in a ton? 2,000. So I'm going to do 2,000 times 7. Well, here I can do the basic fact, right? What's 2 times 7? 14. Because 2,000 is 2 thousands. And anything times 1,000 has how many zeros behind it? 3. So I put the 3 zeros behind it. Okay, let's look at the second section. All right, compare using less than, greater than, or equal. All right, what number would you like to do here?
5.
Number 5. That's not in the second section, so we're doing the second section. 6, yeah. So we're going to go pounds to ounces. That means bigger to smaller. So we're going to multiply. So I write a little times there. How many ounces are in a pound? Well, if we're going from big to small, we're going to multiply. So how many ounces are in a pound? 16. So I write 16 just above it. Okay, first go
Up and go over.
Yeah, so 8 times 6 is what? 48. And regroup the 4. Okay, now 8 times 1 is 8, plus the 4 is 12. So now I'm just going to compare. 128 ounces is what to 80 ounces? Way bigger, huh? So I'm going to write greater in that little circle. Now, if I show my work, you have to show your work too. And showing your work helps you get the right answer. So I do expect you guys to show your work with this. All right, 10 or 11?
10.
Number 10. Here we go. Ready and read. A company that makes steel girders can produce 6 tons of girders in 1 day. How many pounds is this? All right, how many pounds is 6 tons? So we have 6 tons, and we have to think how many pounds are in 1 ton. Think and say. 2,000. So I'm going to do times 2,000. Okay, find the basic fact and you multiply. 6 times 2 is what? 12. And 2,000 is 2 thousands. And 1,000 has how many zeros behind it? 0, or 3 zeros, yeah. Okay, so we have 12,000 pounds. Good. Okay, all right. Now let me just explain number 12 for you. Write a problem that can be solved by comparing pounds and ounces using a model. Okay, so we have to compare pounds and ounces. You get to write your own problem, and you have to use a model, including a solution. Explain why you are changing, and you have to explain why you are changing from a larger unit to a smaller unit. So 4 things you have to have in this problem. I love seeing others underlining those important parts of that question so that they don't miss that problem. That's really going to help you to get this right. Okay, you've got this. Ready? Go.